The Firebird III was the third and final gas turbine-powered car developed by GM in the 1950s to test the feasibility of turbine engines in everyday use. The Firebird III concept was unveiled to the world in New York on October 16, 1959. Everything about this amazing car was space age, from its combination jet fighter rocket ship styling to its joystick driver control and onboard computer technology. In short, the Firebird III was the most advanced car on the planet in 1959. And some of the same technology would be used to put a man on the moon 10 years later. Well, Mike, now we're in the realm of true design vehicles, and this has got to be one of the wildest GM ever did.
1959 Firebird III. Yeah, it was real wild on the styling end, big on the fins in the back. Definitely airplane influenced here on this vehicle.
It was a third in a series though, right?
It was a third in a series. GM was toying with the idea of building turbine engines back in the 50s. They had a series of these cars, Firebird I, II, and III, and each one of them served their own specific purpose for their test beds. This was the final of the series in 1959, and this was the one that GM threw all their greatest technologies into at the time.
Well, it's such a wild Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers design. It's Harley Earl, right?
Yeah, this is Harley Earl's, one of his finals that he did before he retired and left GM styling. You can see a lot of his influence. Harley was very heavily influenced by the airplanes of the time. All of his concept cars, if you were to go back and look, you can see the influences that Harley had. Definitely the fins give it all away as being Harley also. He was big into that.
But this really was a test platform for possibly looking at turbine engines for passenger cars, right?
Yes. Well, turbines were beginning to be the engine of the future at the time. A lot of military applications were being used, and definitely in the aircraft industry. So the automobile industry was taking a look at possibly doing these same type of engines. So they had to build something to test these vehicles and see how feasible it was. They did learn that these vehicles, they ran really hot. The car runs about 1,500 degrees.
That's hot.
Yeah, that's pretty hot. And it stays hot all day, too. And it also, the fuel consumption's really big on this car. It drinks a lot of fuel.
Well, there's actually two engines in this, though, right?
Yeah, there's a gasoline engine in the front of this vehicle. It's a two-cylinder gasoline engine, and what it does is power all your accessories in this vehicle, your alternator, your power steering pump, and your air conditioning. This vehicle is actually an air-conditioned vehicle. The regenerative gas turbine is in the rear of this vehicle, and it does nothing more than power the rear wheels, and that's what gives this car rolling.
Well, I love the fighter jet canopies. Can you open up the cockpit?
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah, it actually has a gull-wing type of configuration here, the way it opens, but it allows for maximum accessibility to get into the vehicle.
There's no steering wheel?
No steering wheel, no gas pedal, no brake pedal in this car. Everything is run by the joystick in the center console. As you move the joystick left and right, it will turn the wheels. If you push the joystick forward, it'll apply power to the rear wheels. If you pull back on it, it applies the brakes. It's really a different type of thing to get used to. You have to take everything you know as driving a vehicle today and throw it right out the window because you don't have a brake pedal to step on or anything else.
I bet that's thrilling. And you can actually drive it from either side, right?
You can drive this vehicle from the left side or the right side. Yeah. Probably the kids today would be a lot better with this with the video games. The adults might have a little harder time with it. The kids today would probably have no problem driving this vehicle.
I believe it. I believe it. It's wild.
Great car. The thing is if it starts to get away with you and you panic, you can't slam your foot down on the floor and stop because the joystick stops it also.
Yeah.
So that's like I said yesterday. Everything you learn about driving a car, you throw out the window. If it gets away from you, you gotta be able to get it under control.
How close are we to?
I'm ready when you guys are.
Oh, let's fire.
You ready?
Crank this baby up.
Okay, you want to get in, Dennis?
Sure.
Or what do you want to do?
Well, can we crank it first?
And then get in? Or do you have to crank it? You're in? Are you in it when you crank?
Once I'm in, I'm in.
Pop me in there.
We'll just move this off to the side.
You're not going to kill me, right?
No, we're going to go slow.
Go ahead. Oh, ooh. Oh, nice fit.
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so.
Well, we're going to put some brakes on here first. We're gonna fire up this gas turbine. Wait for it to get nice and hot. We're gonna dump the fuel into the igniters. We're gonna watch our temperatures. They're gonna climb up to around 1200 degrees. We're still running, we're still starting. Our temperatures are climbing. You can tell by the pitch of the motor as it comes up.
Come on, baby.
She's lit. Get the batteries off. We'll roll. Okay.
We're cleared for takeoff. You know how to drive this thing, right?
Electric brakes are a little grabby, like a trailer.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
What's the RPMs right now?
I'm sorry?
How many RPMs?
Well, we're probably running about 17,000, 18,000 RPMs. She peaks at about 27,000 Rs.
Very good visibility though, isn't it?
I'm sorry?
Good visibility.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're coming.
Can we go any faster?
We're working on it. Waiting for it to shift.
It takes a little while to get a head of steam up. I felt that shift.
Yeah.
Well, it's a smooth ride. Not much of an off-the-line car, is it? You don't launch.
No, none.
Does it have a regular automatic transmission?
4-speed transaxle.
Wow. So we go on to 2.
What's that?
Are we in second?
I think we hit third.
You might have to slow down to get us closer. Is that a downshift?
Yeah.
I don't know, this cockpit design reminds me of the dome of silence in Get Smart, you know?
Yeah.
What? I can't hear you. What?
Yeah, I know it.
Ooh, we even got a shift back that time. I like that. It's kind of like you're just taxiing everywhere.
Yeah.
Brett, you trust me to steer it?
I can't hear you.
I gotta tell you, Mike can't hear me right now, but I think this is really an insane vehicle. Who ever thought of this thing? It is the ride of a lifetime, though, I gotta tell you. Car to go for a cruise with somebody you really don't want to talk to because you really can't hear each other. It's a time for reflection, you know? We've been cleared for takeoff. Panoramic view though, you can really see everything. This is one of these I can't believe this is happening to me things. If Mike only knew I was going to whack him over the head and steal this thing.
No way to get out of that bubble.